Every relationship has its fair share of problems. In fact, it wouldn't be a relationship if it didn't have problems, right? Hi, I'm Dr.Aman Bhonsle from the Heart to Heart Counseling Center, Mumbai, and I am here to offer you some respite, some solutions, and most importantly, some answers to age-old questions that have confused you and led you astray. Problem 1, no respect in the relationship. Now, this is a pretty serious one. Now, it goes without saying that a relationship is between two completely different individuals with very unique personalities, very strong proclivities and tastes. But a lack of respect can get pretty problematic pretty quick, because it can make people feel extremely undervalued, underappreciated. It can make people feel like they're being cast aside, that they're not being given their due. And that can be pretty infuriating, humiliating, and fatiguing in a relationship. Problem 2, no trust in the relationship. When a partner is constantly suspicious of the other partner, who are you meeting? Why are you going there? Why did it take so long to come home? Why are you always working? Why do you always listen to this person as opposed to listening to that person? That usually signifies a lack of trust in the relationship. It means that you have no faith over the judgments made by your partner. It means you have very little trust in their ability to make sound decisions. Problem 3, no communication in the relationship. Now, as the old English proverb goes, sometimes silence can be pretty deafening. Now, if two people in a relationship refuse to talk about problems, refuse to address the elephant in the room, and refuse to acknowledge that things are not as hunky-dory as they used to be, that can get pretty severe pretty quick. So it's extremely important to talk to each other, understand each other, try to find ways out of problems together. If you can't find the solution, bring an expert in, a mediator, an arbitrator, a therapist, a relationship counselor, an elder, a wise friend, anyone for that matter who has your best interests in mind. Problem 4, no showmanship. What does this mean? It means you've stopped trying to woo and impress your partner. You've put on weight. You've stopped taking care of yourself. You don't groom yourself anymore. You don't do anything special for your partner. Where are those spontaneous gifts? Where are the roses and the chocolate boxes? Now, I know this all sounds extremely cliched and played out, but it's very important to constantly surprise each other in a relationship, because boredom is often the source of a lot of evil on this planet. Another common relationship problem is when the individuals in the relationship don't grow. Now, what do I mean by this? When I say people are not growing, it means they are not evolving. It means they've become too comfortable and they have stopped reevaluating their life choices, their personal, professional, social, familial choices, which in my opinion is an excellent way to keep yourself on your toes as a person. So growth is a great indicator of how far you've come, and also a great compass to show you how far you will go, not just as an individual, but as a couple. All right? 100% of the relationships on this planet will suffer some setback, some challenge, some humiliation, some unpredictability, and some annoyances during their span. But it's important to not get disheartened, and it's very important to get strategic and get organized, and to do it efficiently and with a lot of care and patience towards your partner. But if you're resolved to stay together and find efficient solutions to your problems is there, you should know that help is out there, resources are available. So more than just a willingness to grow, there has to be an awareness that growth is possible in the first place. So it's not just theoretical. You got to put one foot after the other so that somewhere meaningful can be reached, so that you help each other, heal each other, and most importantly, don't try to harm each other.